Scenic lookouts often invite travelers to pause, step out, and take in the vastness of the landscape. But on the Duku Highway in China's Xinjiang region, one family's stop at a popular viewpoint went horribly wrong. As the family's car sat perched above the valley, the driver stepped out for a drink, just a moment to enjoy the view. The vehicle began to inch forward. The man shouted in panic, rushing to stop it, but momentum was already pulling it toward the cliff's edge. As you saw, 2 passengers managed to escape. A young boy clambered out from the back, followed by an older woman, both tumbling clear of the car. Inside, another woman struggled desperately with her seatbelt, unable to free herself as the ground gave way. For the people standing helplessly nearby, the moment must have been unbearable to watch. The car, now out of control, slid over the edge, carrying her with it as it plunged down the mountainside. But against all odds, the woman survived. Rescue teams later confirmed she suffered serious hip injuries, but was alive, something that seemed impossible in the seconds after the vehicle vanished from view. Her relatives, who had escaped only moments earlier, could do nothing but watch and wait for word. What exactly caused the car to roll remains unclear. Some speculate a failed handbrake, others a snapped cable. Whatever the reason, the footage leaves no doubt how quickly a quiet stop to admire the scenery can shift into chaos. On the Duku Highway that day, the family left with shaken relief and a memory that will forever be tied to the valley below. The family's ordeal was over, but the next scene shows how disaster can strike just as suddenly, this time in the middle of a crowded amusement park. The video was recorded at the Kankaria Adventure Park in Gujarat, India. The ride being filmed is known as the Discovery, one of the park's most popular attractions. 31 people, ranging from children to adults, were strapped into their seats, while countless others on the ground waited for their turn, excited for the thrill. But for those already strapped in, the ride would become one of the most terrifying, and for some, the final experiences of their lives. As the ride swung into motion, the unthinkable happened. The main shaft suddenly snapped in half, sending the massive ring of seats crashing straight to the ground. Screams filled the air as bystanders rushed forward, unable to believe what they had just witnessed. Out of the 31 passengers, 27 were left injured, some with minor wounds, others with life-threatening ones. Tragically, 2 people lost their lives in this freak accident. The aftermath sparked outrage, with families and survivors demanding answers. Investigations followed, eventually leading to 6 people being charged with culpable homicide. Authorities blamed the park's management for negligence, though no detailed clarification was ever given as to how such a catastrophic failure could occur. It leaves one chilling question behind: how safe are the rides we so willingly trust with our lives? From the terror of a ride collapsing in seconds, we move to a quiet English neighborhood, where an ordinary afternoon was interrupted by something just as sudden and just as dangerous. This footage was captured in Wigan, a town in Greater Manchester, in April of 2024. At first, it shows nothing more than a family enjoying their day outside, with the neighborhood calm and ordinary. But as the Ring camera keeps recording, a truck carrying a crane comes into view, a detail that would soon turn this quiet afternoon into something far more shocking.
I'm underneath it, like a picture. Not like here. From here. Quick, run!
As the crane, lifting a large container, edged dangerously close to where the family stood, the adults quickly called for the little girl to come back inside. That decision turned out to be crucial. Just moments later, the truck flipped, sending the crane crashing down directly onto the house. Incredibly, no one in the family was harmed. Emergency services moved in quickly to secure the area, prevent further damage, and assist those affected. It's a reminder of how suddenly the ordinary can turn into the unthinkable. What would you have done in that moment? Frozen in shock or trusted your instincts to act just in time? Let me know in the comments. And now on to the next clip, where once again it shows how sudden danger can be.
This video, a close call at Colorado's Gator Farm this past weekend.
At the Colorado Gator Farm, feeding time is always a spectacle. Crowds gather to watch Elvis, the farm's largest alligator, lumber out of the water for his meal. At 12 feet long and weighing over 600 pounds, Elvis commands attention the moment he moves. On July 22, 2023, a volunteer named Chad was tasked with tossing in Elvis's food, a whole turkey. The moment looked routine, until it wasn't. Take a look.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And then Katie, I think that was your first time seeing the video, right?
That was.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he's okay, Chad.
As Chad dropped the turkey, he mistimed his step. His foot slipped, and in the same instant, the sudden movement caught Elvis's attention. The gator lunged, his massive body surging forward with a speed that startled everyone watching.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
For a tense few seconds, the line between demonstration and disaster blurred. Chad stood just feet from one of the most dangerous animals in captivity, his footing lost, his movements pulling Elvis's focus straight toward him. The crowd gasped, some frozen, others shouting out warnings, but there was no barrier between man and animal, only open ground and a heartbeat of time. Chad managed to regain his footing and step back just in time, escaping harm by mere seconds. Elvis, diverted by the turkey, clamped down on his meal instead. The crowd exhaled, relief rushing in where fear had just been. The farm's owner later admitted his heart was racing, even though he is no stranger to moments like these. But what unfolded before that audience wasn't a staged thrill. It was a reminder of how quickly routine can turn into a near tragedy when working with predators of this size. It became a story of survival witnessed firsthand, and a reminder that no matter how controlled the environment, an apex predator like Elvis is never truly predictable. And in the San Luis Valley that day, dozens of people left with the same thought lingering in their minds, just how close it had come to ending very differently. After a near miss on dry land, our next story takes us deeper into the water, where a young girl's fight for survival shows how chaos and seconds lost can decide everything. In May of 2021, what should have been a carefree day on the Salt River turned into tragedy. A young girl had been pulled under by the current, her struggle unseen at first amid the laughter, splashing, and steady flow of tubers drifting downstream. But the time people realized she was in trouble, panic quickly set in. Maricopa County Sheriff's Office Lake Patrol was called to respond. Their body cam footage reveals just how chaotic the rescue became. The deputies navigated the river quickly, but what should have been a clear path was anything but. Tubes were linked together in long chains, kayakers blocked the narrow stretches, and music from portable speakers drowned out the urgency of the situation. Every second mattered, yet the very crowd that had filled the river for fun now stood as an obstacle between the rescuers and the girl fighting to survive.
Yeah, I see. Cool. 523, we're out. 523, we're out. 523, Cool.
Can I please come with? It's just my sister. It's my sister. It's my family. Please.
523. What's the location of 820 and AMR?
Please, can I come with?
There is a rescue unit now.
Get that guy off my boat.
I can't have you sister. It's my bucket. Fuck you, my bucket. Her name is Carly Ann. Carly Ann. Carly Ann. My mom's name is Lindy. I'm on 480-254-1517. That's my mom's number.
When they finally reached her, the deputies managed to pull her in the boat, shaken, exhausted, alive but in a very bad state, and the struggle wasn't finished. Guiding her safely back meant pushing and weaving through the maze of floating rafts, voices, and bodies.
Once they get a chance, try and get some state station info and pass along the roll.
It was a sobering reminder of how quickly recreation can turn to danger, and how fragile survival becomes when seconds are lost to chaos. Seconds in which no one knew if she would survive, or if the Salt River would claim her for good.
Sounds like we have lost that location.
Let's offload it. We haven't been able to do anything. We'll just wrap and go.
Finally, they reached the waiting ambulance, and the girl was placed in the care of paramedics, just in time. After the footage was released, some viewers criticized how deputies handled her brother during the rescue. But in a comment she later shared herself, the girl, now 21, set the record straight, writing that people calling the officers pigs needed to stop, because those same officers had saved her life. She explained that her brother was too intoxicated to be allowed on the small patrol boat, and that, had he been there when CPR was performed on her twice, he would have only gotten in the way. Thanks to the persistence of the Lake Patrol, her story didn't end in silence beneath the river's current. And hearing from the girl herself, there's no doubt. She owes her life to the deputies' quick response and fast action. From one river rescue to another disaster linked to water. The next clip shows how quickly a routine crossing can turn into a fight for survival. This shocking dashcam footage was recorded on September 9, 2024, in Vietnam's Phu Tho province. The clip shows a line of vehicles, cars, bikers, and even a truck, making their way across a bridge. At first, nothing seems unusual, but keeping the bridge in mind is crucial for what happens next.
Không trâu giật rồi cái ở ngay đảo cái chui mạnh cái đợt Covid chui mạnh là chui ôi chết rồi mạnh quá mình lùi không có bình tĩnh không sao ôi ôi leo trôi không nổi ôi báo cho ai đi.
In an instant, the structure gives way. The bridge collapses beneath them, dragging at least 10 cars, multiple bikers, and the truck into the rushing waters below. The situation is made even more dire by Typhoon Yagi, which left the river's current dangerously swift and rescue attempts nearly impossible. According to government sources, 3 people had been rescued as of the making of this video, but the number of missing or confirmed dead remains unverified. One of the survivors, a 50-year-old man, later described how he used every ounce of strength to fight the current and swim to safety, barely escaping with his life. His words underline just how devastating those few seconds were for everyone caught on that bridge. From chaos falling in the water to an encounter with one of its most feared predators of the ocean, the next clip will remind us how little control we truly have once we humans are out there.
So I just caught a mackerel, and I thought, well...
Fishing from a kayak offers a closeness to the water that few experiences can match. For many, it's about the quiet rhythm of casting lines and the thrill of a catch. But sometimes, the ocean reminds you just how small that kayak really is.
I'll just put it on right under the boat here. And I put it on hole, and something took it. I got something on. And she's pretty big. Yeah, she's pretty big.
Off the coast, Rick, the fisherman, had just hooked a mackerel. The footage on screen was captured by the dash cam of a Jeep in China on January 22, 2024. Since surfacing online, it has gone viral for the shocking chain of events it reveals. What began as a group of off-roaders casually parked and chatting quickly turned into a moment where lives were seconds from being lost. As one of the Jeeps attempted to climb what looked like a small hill, the mix of snow and mud caused the wheels to spin out, robbing it of traction. Instead of braking, the driver pressed on, and the vehicle suddenly lurched backwards with alarming speed. In an instant, it was barreling straight toward the men standing nearby, forcing them to dive out of the way at the very last possible second. The Jeep slammed into the parked vehicles, leaving 3 of them totaled. Thankfully, everyone walked away unharmed. But the cause of the driver's actions remains unclear. Was it panic, mechanical failure, or simply a fatal lapse in judgment? And if that wasn't startling enough, this next video shows another example of how quickly control can slip away behind the wheel, turning routine into chaos in just seconds. This clip comes from 2022, filmed somewhere in China's Fujian province. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to confirm the exact location or date, but in this case, that detail hardly matters, because the footage itself speaks for itself. As you can see, the excavator was operating on uneven ground along the side of a steep hill. It's unclear what exactly it was digging for, but the risk of the position becomes obvious within moments. The massive machine suddenly tips forward and crashes down the slope in a violent fall. But what truly makes this footage remarkable is the operator. Just before the excavator goes over, he manages to dismount and is spotted standing safely behind it. It all happens in a split second, raising more questions than answers. Was it quick reflexes, blind luck, or did he know the fall was coming all along? From the physical to the paranormal, the next video shifts indoors, where one TikTok user comes face to face with something far stranger than machinery gone wrong. Late at night, when the house is quiet and still, even the smallest sound can feel amplified. For TikTok user Andy Winehouse, known online as Marisarianstan69, that quiet turned into something deeply unsettling. Lying in bed, he suddenly heard something.
Come here. Come here. Come here. What the fuck? Come here. Come here. I told you. Come here.
It was his own voice calling to him from the dining room. Come here. I want to talk to you. The words were unmistakable. His voice, his tone, but coming from somewhere neither him or anybody else was. Obviously scared, he closed the door towards where the voice came from, but that's when the night grew even stranger.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You can literally hear that. You can literally hear that. No. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? No.
It was as if someone, or something, was on the other side trying to get in. And even creepier, when he opened it, there was nothing waiting for him except his cat sitting quietly in the hall. Desperately, he shared an update afterward, offering more details about what had happened and asking viewers for help in making sense of the terrifying experience.
For anybody asking, this is my family home. I grew up here, and we've never had a single experience like this. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting a lot of comments saying I'm doing it for views, and I'm doing it for likes, and I promise you I am not. Don't like the video, don't comment if you don't want to. I just need somebody who knows what this is to please reach out
I don't care if it's in a comment or privately, just please reach out. And please just help me. I don't know what to tell my wife when she gets home. I can't afford a hotel for the night. We're doing a remodel in the bathroom. And everything's just going to shit right now. And I'm not trying to be dramatic about this, but I have no idea what to do. And everybody in the comments all day has just been freaking me out. And I want to think this is just in my head, but I keep listening to it over and over and over again. So somebody please reach out with an answer or some help or something. Thank you.
He sounds genuine in the video, so if this really happened, Andy's fear in that moment would have been more than justified. It's creepy, unexplained, and definitely strange. But of course, with clips like this one, there's always another side. Could it be a carefully staged hoax, or even just clever editing? What do you think? Was something unnatural truly imitating Andy's voice that night? Or is this just a trick meant to scare viewers? And if you were in his place, would you have investigated or locked the door and stayed where it felt safe? After all, it's one thing to hear a noise in another room, but to hear your own voice echoing back at you is something else entirely. And this next clip will be another reminder of how terrifying the unknown can sound when you're on your own. Night rides through the woods can feel both peaceful and unsettling. Silence broken only by the crunch of tires and the faint hum of an engine. For one woman, what began as a curious drive into the dark quickly turned into something she wouldn't soon forget. As she made her way back home through the forest, she thought she saw movement in the shadows. Uneasy but intrigued, she lifted her phone to record, hoping the camera might capture what her eyes couldn't quite define. The air hung heavy, every tree standing like a figure against the dim light.
Oh my god, no, fuck that.
A sound emerged from the woods around her, sharp, chilling, and unlike anything she had expected, ripped through the night. It wasn't the call of an animal she recognized, nor the ordinary noises of the forest. It was closer to a scream, carried on the stillness in a way that seemed too deliberate, too human.
Oh my god, no, fuck that.
Fear quickly outweighed curiosity. Her grip tightened, and instinct told her to leave before the sound would come any closer. She pulled away, headlights cutting a narrow path back to safety while the woods loomed dark and unanswered behind her. So, what do you think it was? Just a wild animal? Someone else out there between the trees, or something far stranger? And more importantly, if you had been in her place that night, would you have stayed to find out, or left just as she did? From the woods to a quiet street, the next clip is a reminder that sometimes the most disturbing encounters happen when you least expect them. One evening, TikTok user Chili's supporter was casually filming a neighborhood cat, the kind of simple, lighthearted clip you'd expect to see on anyone's feed. But just beyond the cat, farther down the street, something unexpected appeared.
Hi, my baby. I love my kitty.
A shadowy figure stood faintly in the distance, its outline hard to define yet unmistakably human-like. And the moment it seemed to notice the camera, it bolted, fleeing unnaturally fast in a way that didn't look like a normal person running. The movement was sharp, strange, almost unnatural, leaving behind an uneasy feeling that something about it wasn't right. In his caption, the user confessed just how shaken he was, frozen in place at the time, and now looking back, questioning why he didn't run. I don't like how fast they moved at all. I don't know if they saw me. I don't know if it's just a creepy coincidence, but I need y'all's input, he said. For many, the footage raises more questions than answers. Was it simply someone out late, startled into running away? Or could there have been something more behind that shadowy figure's unnatural speed? What do you think? Was this just something ordinary, seeming creepier than it actually was, or a fleeting glimpse of something we're not meant to understand? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, from a figure fleeing in the distance to something stepping right into view, the next clip takes us inside a home where the unseen may not be hiding anymore. TikTok user Paranormal with Liv has long claimed that something unseen lingers in her home. But in this particular clip, what was usually hidden decided to make itself known.
You guys, random music just started playing on our Alexa in there.
Liv was in her bedroom with her boyfriend, watching a film on TV, when the quiet of the evening suddenly fractured. Her Alexa began playing unsettling music out of nowhere. It wasn't a song they'd ever heard before, and it filled the room with a sound that felt alien and wrong. But what followed turned the strange into the terrifying.
He's holding our cat because we don't want him. Oh my god. Look at the black figure's back. Look, don't let go of him, please.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's just standing there. It's literally just standing there. I'm not... Nope.
What the hell?
Do not let him go. It's literally just standing there.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the music just started playing.
I know, dude. Just go in the... Can you just shut the door? It's gone now.
The dark, human-like shadow appeared in the hallway, peeking into the bedroom as though it had been waiting for them to notice. In her caption, Liv explained that she and her boyfriend had grabbed their cat to keep it from running toward the hallway, unsure of what might happen next. If this video is real, it's one of the most unnerving things she's ever caught on camera. But what do you think? Was it an elaborate setup, or did something truly step out of hiding that night? Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.